Hello and welcome. It is I, Wolf. So, as you can see on the screen, ooh, we're on front. Hand, sorry, yeah, got the screen being in there. You can see there. So, what am I showing you OBS for? Not particularly no good reason, but we're gonna go ahead and do a short, kind of like review. We're trying to keep it short. So, I'm using the main mic as you can see because it's main mic capture. We do have a secondary, which is the webcam itself, but we're gonna be using the main mic. Um, this, if you're curious about my setup here, the phone right there is tracking my face. All I can see, that light there is tracking my face. So you normally can't see it with the naked eye, but the camera you can. Kind of neat to know you could do that. But right here in front of you, we have a new monitor, the Asus monitor, which is a gaming monitor. Go ahead and minus this. So you can now see the tab here I have. I'm gonna go ahead and open this. So I did research about this monitor, and there was no reviews on this monitor for some reason. The Asus VG249R. So this is pretty much the monitor I got. 23.8-inch full HD gaming monitor with 180 refresh rate per hertz, 180 hertz refresh rate panel, designed for professional gamers and gameplay. It offers this ASUS Extreme Low Motion Blur EMLB technology, which enables a 1 millisecond response time from GTE, together with the adapted sync, eliminating the ghosting and tearing of sharp images with visuals with high frame rate. Also, this incorporates FreeSync technology, which delivers a seamless tearing-free experience by enabling VRR, which just stands for variable refresh rate by default. It also has shadow boosting enhancing, which I did check. I don't think it's really necessary unless you really need it for certain games that are pretty dark and light back there. Um, as you can see, this monitor, see this is the actual base here. So, from my personal experience from using this monitor since I got it, like a few, at least 1 or 2 days. By the time you watch this, it's probably been longer. It offers 100% sRGB gamuts, which is really good for exceptional colors and contrast and stuff. Very good bright, and it does work really well. So my phone alarm is ringing, but we'll ignore it. I love how they do this with all images. They distort it, showing 60 hertz and then 180 here. Then they do it from 180 to a higher number. The gaming specs here is Adaptive Sync, is AMD's FreeSync technology, and VSH Adaptive Sync technology is ensuring super smooth tearing free with low latency. So it shows it with on and with it off, which is real nice. Before I get any more into depth, let's see here. Yeah, give me a second. All right, pause for a second, but you probably won't notice that. I'm gonna portion out. I'm in here myself. Back anyway, you have exclusive gaming features, extreme low motion blur, LMB. I haven't used it. Don't. I don't know. Asus has been through a lot. I'm gonna be honest, Asus. Like, if you've been keeping up with Asus bull crap going on with their warranty shit, yeah. Exclusive gaming features, Verbal Overdrive, I guess is on here, and then it's Overdrive, and then it's section. I don't know. I haven't tested that function, so well, I probably have already. It's just haven't realized it because I don't know if it's on by default. It's telling you less display dynamically by setting as frame rate fluctuate optimal results rating. Hmm. I might have a counter. I just don't know. I did download the Display Widget Center, and I gotta tell you what the Widget Center was complete garbage and shit. Like it needs to get overhauled again and make it look nice and presentable. Also, this thing comes with two built-in speakers, right? You cannot control it through the display widget center at all, guys. There's no way to control it. That would have been a nice function to be able to control the speaker volume through it. I have to go through the menu, which is on the side right here. Press the button here. You can see we have Game Plus and Game Visual, but you got to tap it again. You bring up this. You got games, images, color, input selections, my favorite, and system settings, right? And you have to come in here in order to turn the speakers up. I left it by 50 by default, but it's really cranked on 100 on the Windows section side. The speakers are not that great. The speakers could be way better. I don't know why they didn't bother to optimize the speakers on this monitor, because that would have been a good selling point for this monitor. The price tag of 149, that would have been a nice steal, but the speaker quality is shit. Doesn't matter if you turn the volume up here, because it's going to still sound like shit, and there's no way to put some type of software to enhance that functionality and improve it. So the speakers on here are shit, but not to the point where you can't like use it to listen to shit. Just don't be using it for music unless you just want to hear someone not in great quality. Right now, I have my thing coming through my actual TV, which is to the left here. For the sound, because my TV offers surround sound on the speakers to make it sound pleasant and very enjoyable, which is way better than the speakers on this monitor. Now, is there a way to enhance the monitor cheap ass speakers with software? Probably. I just don't know. But anyway, you got this stuff, which I will probably never use. I'm not really a person who plays shooter games. I do play Payday and Grand Theft Auto, but not competitively. Play for fun. Game visuals. So when it's on and off, movies stuff. I'm using my own mode, pretty much just user mode. This is with it on and off and shit and all that. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, it's okay. Some of these different modes, but I just use user mode for all of them. Now the flicker technology with flicker technology on and without it. Uh, let's be honest. I didn't think that setting is in here unless it's on by default. I don't really know. So when you press this button here, right? Coming over here, you have variable OD level 4 by default. Well, I actually turned it up to 4. I think it's like 2 or 3 by default. And we have support FreeSync adaptive sync that's on. But yeah, the one that's grayed out we can't select because I believe one of these have to be off to trigger it, which is the ASUS thing. We got all the other stuff here. We got it on user mode. So we got scenery mode, so you can see how it changes, right? Racing mode, cinematic mode, RT and RPG mode. These modes do come in handy if you're playing certain games. So, by the way, you see that little orange sparks? You would never have noticed that, or in the other modes, because it's there, but you don't really notice it, right? Just going through each different mode, you can see the difference. So we got Shadow Boost mode, which is off, but if you try to turn it on, right? Just level 1, 2, 3. See the difference? It helps brighten up the shadows. It also does a lot more than that. And I think it looks more natural to have it this way off than have it on. That's just the goal. Get the app. Not really that good. Brightness I left by default on 50. It was pretty good. The contrast is good. The file fix was good. This the SCR I just left. I think it was off and I turned it on. So I left it on since then. As you see, the panel is running at 60 hertz, full HD, on user mode, and brightness is 50, where I adjusted it to. You have it on full, so you get the whole full experience. There is a little bit of border gap here. I guess that's how they designed it. A piece of the screen isn't fully used, but I think that's fine because it looks nice. But it might vary per person. Then you got the blue light filter, right? you turn the blue light filter on over here. This following will disable the blue light filter, turning on the element B. But because I turned it on right, we switched to the racing mode by default, which didn't make sense why that got turned on. We're using the blue light filter, right? So this is to help reduce eye strain. So yeah, when you click that, and also that's another thing, it doesn't pop right back into the menu after you do it. Kind of annoying. You have to go through so much trouble stuff. Go back in here and here. Let's go level 1. We're gonna see if we can keep blue light filter on 1, right? So we're gonna go over here, here. We're gonna go ahead back to user mode, see if we can keep it on. Now I don't know if it kept it on, but we're gonna go ahead and see. No, it turned it off. Blue light filter can only be used in gaming racing mode, which is kind of like a down putter. I would do that. You would think blue light filter will work for every goddamn mode, right? Sadly, it doesn't. Asus, if you're watching this video, make some improvements in here. Allow us to use the blue light filter on any mode we're on, like even in user mode. We should be able to control the blue light filter without have to switch the game's usual modes. That should be a given, not like a select thing. We got color temps, right? We got warm, normal. I'll select normal. I think you saw the difference. Then we're gonna go cool. There's a difference, but you can't really see it much unless you're looking at the monitor. I keep it on warm because I like my colors a little warm. Um, Sometimes I might come back in here and switch it to cool mode because it looks more natural that way. But I keep it on warm just to have that warm fuzzy feel. If you have it on cool mode, you can tell the blacks are a little more blacker. But I like it a little warm black, have a little fuzz light to it, so it's not completely dark, dark, dark. As for saturation, I leave it by default. Right? I have auto put and detection turn on, so if I do hook the game consoles here, maybe or so, I could hook the PS3 or 4. Yeah, it'll detect it and switch to it. And also, the 180 hertz is supposed to be supported for HDMI and DisplayPort because the DisplayPort does support 180 hertz. The game consoles should be able to support it, but I haven't confirmed it yet. The HDMI, but I will probably try it out shortly. So we have different languages. Oh yeah, you can mute the speakers if you don't like the speaker. Turn the volume down here. I did mention the mute before. Power indicator is the light right down here. You press it, it turns it off. Prefer to have it on so that way I know that it's actually functioning. The power key lock is, I guess, lock the power button. I wouldn't select this unless you want to. Key lock. I'm not gonna play with either of those two because I don't know what will happen. By the way, if you're in power saving mode, all the other functions are disabled. So you want to leave it in standard mode, but if you want to conserve and save power and just use none of those functions and tools in here, then switch to power saving mode. How much power is saved while using it versus the standard mode, I can't tell you. That's something you want to have to look up and research yourself, or you set up your own thing to check how much power is being saved, like a power strip testing. One of those tools you hook up, you plug it into it, and it tells you how much power is being used and saved compared to the setting mode. Then adjust the monitor, all the other stuff, transparency. Make this more transparent. We want to have it all black. I keep it about here, 20, but you can see like the window stuff down there. Not but about 20. I originally had it. Color depth is 8 BPC. The format is RGB 444. Range is limited range, and firmware version MCM 101. I don't know if this actually gets updates or not, but we'll find out, I guess. Check to see if it does receive updates. And this is the all reset. I clicked it once, set it everything. So yeah. So if you want to cut, you just press the button going left. It's kind of like a D-pad, guys. You just press left and it clicks it off. You want to bring it back? Boom. It takes you to this quicker. Click it again. Disables it. Go to game visuals. So yeah, ASIC will close out of it, and it does close out within quick. If you press power, it turns off the monitor. We're not going to turn off the monitor because then it'll cause some issues off while doing this. So unless you're in race gaming mode, that's the only these blue levels work, and it's kind of dumb. It doesn't say if it's for different settings available to control the blue light reduction, so they don't say the blue light is tied to anything else, but they should mention that in here, but they don't. The back of the panel looks nice. You can definitely wall mount this or a desk wall mount, like a desk mount. I have two monitors side by side, which I probably plan on doing it later. We'll probably remove this portion of where this other monitor is, my old eMachine monitor. Take this portion off because it can be screwed off and put a mount thing. That way I can have it mount another monitor if I get another one of these mount to or do a combination of two different brands. They both are HDMI 2.0, probably at 2.1. DisplayPort is 1.2, not 1.4, sadly. There is a earphone jack, but I use the one on my actual chassis, which is better because it allows me software to control it better. I don't know how the earphone jack would sound through here to verify it, whether it would sync up with the other stuff, but I can always test it out later. Look here. Yes, this can tilt with this. Yeah, you can tilt it. It's kind of tough. You gotta. It's kind of hard to tilt, but yeah, it is tiltable. It's just very tight. You got to be very careful. It feels like you could break it and do some damage. I would be very, very on that too. Um, it has. It's like you have to use enough strength, and as you saw, it's not easy. You can't do it with just one hand. You have to use two. It goes up or down more. That's why later on we'll probably end up wall mounting this instead. There is a panel here. I believe that is 75 by 75 or so for the wall mounting bracket. I'm gonna go wall mount. I'm gonna desk wall mount it. Yeah, I don't know the correct term. I'll probably end up doing that. Oh, yeah, like port 1.2, like I said there. It would have been nice if it was 1.4. 1.4 would have been a nice, but hey, I did got this on Micro Center for. I'll click over to Micro Center. So over here on Micro Center, right? This out. It is on sale for about $100. I plan on leaving a review at some point. I'm going over it, and right now I'm doing this video review. It does do what it's supposed to do. Tells you all the specs and everything. It's really good monitor. By the way, it's a 3 years for limited parts and labor. So also make sure you read up on Asus's warranty so they don't try to ship you and screw you over. Since this doesn't have G-Sync, it's still hooked. I have this monitor hooked to the graphics card, the RTX. And though the AMD Sync should be hooked to the integrated graphics to make use of it, I don't really care much for the whole syncing thing unless I need it. But it does seem to work really well. Pretty good. It can do. But the monitor is cell. So highlight here like this. Put in. Second, it is on sale for $99. Pretty much $100. That's a good steal, guys. If you guys are looking for a good decent monitor, trust me, you will not be losing out on it. This is a good monitor for $100. Minus all the other tools and functions it has, it is worth the $100 from its original price. So we know it's $149 here. Sadly, Amazon has it here too. Sadly, there's no sale for it on Amazon. Now the top, since we're on Amazon here, right? I think you noticed this right here. Most of these Amazon reviews are posting the wrong version of what the monitor is, and this is the same one I can tell this is not the right monitor, and sadly, Amazon does not fix their mistake on their marketing thing here. Look, 27 inch, it's not even a 20. And let's go ahead and scroll up. So this is the same monitor because you can tell the base right there. And my base is down here. Is the same size, round. So most of the reviews on Amazon are inaccurate. I would just click report and say it's inaccurate. They offer that. These reviews don't even mention show pictures. The ones that do show pictures is inaccurate. It's not the same thing. So I wouldn't take their reviews for seriously unless you see the one around face down. That review is probably aimed at look. This one's 23.8 and it has the same thing. So yeah, it could be a mixed up on the Amazon's part. But then again, the reviews are inaccurate. So we got different versions, right? Be related to this one because it's 24, right? Related to these other ones, see? So there is 27 version of it, 49, but tell by the base. Most of the reviews are inaccurate on here. So if you guys are still looking for a good monitor, I would go to Micro Center to snatch that deal before it's gone. Who knows how long before it ends up being moved. So I would definitely snatch that if you're in the looking for a good monitor. So this pretty much just goes over all the stuff I just went over. The Yeah, it is LED backlit panel type, backlighting, and the panel type is fast IPS panel. It does have really good viewing angles. Notice I haven't had any issues viewing it from different angles. The contrast is good, like I said, good colors. This is good enough to play your games on and enjoy watching anime or game, reading manga. This comes with speakers, but the speaker is crap without some software to make it sound really well. The frequency power consumption is about 18 watts. Saving mode while idle is like 0.5, which is no different from my E-machine, which has the same type of saving and how much watts it consumes. So really good monitor it got. So yeah, it's 75 by 75 mm the wall mounting bracket, which you can get anywhere on Amazon or eBay or any other store that sells those things. And it does come with its own DisplayPort cable, no HDMI cords, sadly, came with it. Here's my one complaint. I love the DisplayPort cable. I just wish it was a little longer because I had to put the monitor here next to my tower, right? Because the cord is just not long enough for me to put it over here where the E-machine is. The one for the E-machine cord is a little longer because I got it a little longer. But over here I have this right here. Right? I had planned to move it here, so I probably would have to get at least 10-footer cords, two display ones. I do plan on having another one of these monitors next to it. If not the same one, but a different one. But it has to be the 23-inch versions because I want to keep it all in inches, not one bigger than the other, or it'll just be way too weird. You go to support here, find out if it has tools and driver updates. We're on Windows bit. I came here and downloaded the widget and tested it out. I didn't like it. It was not that good. This is, I'm assuming, is the driver update, the driver package. I have not actually downloaded it, and I don't think I need to. We'll see. I guess that's just for the color profile, and that's the setup. I don't think I really need to bother doing this. I don't know, like if anyone who's watching this, Xpron driver packages on monitors, my aim machine, in the old days, is just already configured, so I'm probably not going to bother installing this driver at all. So I don't think. But if it does make it look better and improve it, maybe I don't know much about these type of things because that's not something that I see any videos talk about. So, um, but yeah, you will not find any other reviews. So I hope you guys enjoy the video review over it. The monitor is great. It works good. I'm very happy with it. I would snatch it for $100 right now if you can afford it. And I don't know what to say. The display surface is non-glared. It's more like matted. No, there's no glare. It's like matted to me. Can't really say it's matted, but it's just like It kind of looks matted, but like yeah, it's kind of like similar to some laptops have a glare coating on it. And you can see a reflection off it. You cannot see your reflection on it, but it's very good. Oh, this is real. Look at this. All my icons on my e-machine was more spread out somewhere around here, but over here it's less. Over here on this section. So, now coming in here, the next portion here, variable refresh rate is, I guess, on by default or so. If you allow the G-Sync setting for the selectable a variable refresh rate, not turn on or anything, but it is supported. But G-Sync is not supported on here, sadly though. Like this display is not validated as a G compatible, but you can still on. Will do anything? I can't really say. Like, you guys have any experience with that? Let me know. Other monitors, and sadly, you can go to 180, right? But in the videos panel, you can go to 120, sadly. So how do you go past the 60 hertz higher than that? Well, close that, like this, go to display settings, right? Click your monitor, go to advanced display settings, click here, and you can go all the way to 180 hertz here. It's not possible to do it through the video for some reason, so I would go in here for that. But overall, I think the most I would ever go to in hertz monitor maybe 120. I don't. I heard little rumors going to 180 and keeping it there for too long will actually wear the monitor out and kill it off quicker. Don't know if that's true or not, but you guys be the judge of it. Also, this monitor is not HDR; it is SDR still. It does not have any HDR function. So we click here, confirm it. This monitor is not HDR compatible, sadly. Next month probably will be HDR and maybe with G-Sync combined. So that's a kind of a must for the HDR portion. G-Sync, I don't really care much. The AMD FreeSync don't care much about. I never had experienced any tearing issue problems in games, so. But overall, it is a very good monitor. I don't know if there's anything else I can show. Besides all this stuff here. Um, but yeah, everything is controlled through the graphics card on it. Now, if I was to unplug it and switch it to the integrated graphics on my AMD processor, it'll go through there. Instead of here, it will go through the other whole section, AMD software, which will be this. Then be audio and video section, then let through here settings. But overall, it's a pretty good technology. The future functions and stuff are pretty good. I would love to have done an unboxing to show you even more fun stuff about it, but overall, much it. You guys are looking for a good monitor, I would jump on it quickly. You know, finding good monitor deals is kind of hard unless there's a Black Friday or something or a Christmas special going on computer parts only. So if you're in for it, I would definitely go and have this monitor while it's hot. By the time you're watching this, it may have been long past. The deal might be over. So, and thank you for tuning in and watching. And that pretty much wraps it up. I hope to see you guys again. Don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. And also follow me on Twitch or subscribe to me on there. Come check me out at Velf Night, or if you're looking for anime content and stuff, at NKZ Tempest or at Nice Night Zero. Until then, take care and have a good day. Bye, everyone.